training, we're going to be talking about the SandBox slide gate and the importance of checking your slide gate anytime that you receive a box or prior to loading at any loading facility. Now, what is a SandBox slide gate? Slide gates are located on the bottom side of all of our SandBoxes, and they're the way that we open the box on site to empty the contents. Now, every SandBox and slide gate marries up with our on-site equipment, whether that be our SandBox cradle system or our stand system. Once the box is placed on these systems, the slide gate is then opened up to release the contents of the box and deliver it to the blender tub. Now, SandBox slide gates are equipped with a few different pieces of equipment that we'll talk about in these trainings. One of these is our safety flaps. Our safety flaps keep the SandBox slide gate in place and secured during transport. However, it is the driver's responsibility to always be sure to check your slide gate prior to loading. If a SandBox slide gate is open when you try to load it, you stand the risk of emptying your entire load either on the scale or the ground at the loading facility. Again, this is the driver's responsibility, so be sure to check. Now, in these videos, we're going to show you exactly what a slide gate is, as well as a few instances where an open slide gate could be caught. Again, the best way to check your slide gate is to get under your box while it's on the chassis. Never get under a box if it is not on a chassis or an approved stand. If a box is on a forklift and you're trying to check it on location, be sure to be at least 30 feet away from the loaded box. Now, please watch these videos and learn exactly what a slide gate is and how it operates.
Here we flipped over a box to show you what the underside of a box looks like. Again, first thing I want to point out is our 4 corner castings in all 4 corners. That is where the twist locks are inserted while it's on a chassis, and it secures it during transport. Here you've got your fork pockets, 1 and 2. This is where the forks are inserted so that they can pick up the box on location. The next and most important thing that I want to point out is your slide gate assembly. So there's some key parts on there that as drivers and operators you're going to need to check during your daily work. So the first thing is going to be your safety flaps. So you have 2 safety flaps that are on each side of the slide gate. The next thing is your actual slide gate itself. Now the way these slide gates work is they actually slide both ways so that we can open these on the cradle either way that we put it on. Now, while you're putting a box on a chassis, always be sure to check that the slide gate is closed. The way that you're going to check this is this slide gate bar right here always needs to be inserted into the safety channels on the safety flaps. If that bar is not inside of these inserts, that means that your box is open. Again, never try to load a box with the slide gate open because sand will spill on the ground. Always check your slide gate. It's your responsibility as a driver to make sure that this is always closed prior to loading. So again, here we have tipped over this box to show you the slide gate. The first video we showed you the slide gate closed. This one we've actually opened the slide gate. So now you can see how these flaps move and open and close. Again, like we've talked about with the beveled ends, you're not going to be able to tell that this box is open by these flaps sitting up. So always get underneath and check your boxes. Again, this bar right here is supposed to be inside of these inserts on your safety flaps.
box loaded on you, make sure that whenever the forklift operator is putting the box on, that you look under there and see that that slide gate is secured into those latches. As long as that slide gate is in between those latches, you won't have a box open up on or at a loading facility. In the event that you find a slide gate open on a box, all you have to do to get it closed before you start loading is come under here. You'll see that the bar is in the open position. All you have to do is simply with your hand push on it until it closes. When it closes, you'll see these flaps come down and lock it into place so that it is secured during transport. Last video, we showed you a box that was completely open. In this video, we're going to show you what happens whenever a box is partially open. Again, your first indicator is always going to be these flaps. However, we have two different types of flaps. These happen to be the flaps that are not beveled, so they will stick up regardless of the bar position. The beveled latches won't stick up like this if the bar is in certain positions. So again, make sure that you're checking that bar position underneath. So if we look under here, we can see that there's a gap in between the slide gate and the box. Again, same principle as before. If you want to close it, pull it for you until that bar goes into those latches, and make sure that there is no gap in between the box and the slide gate.
Now every time that you open a box, be sure to look inside the box to see if there's any residual sand or if the slide gate is open. On this particular box, I can notice that the slide gate is actually open. So that means that I'm gonna have to go below and close the slide gate prior to loading. This particular box, I noticed that the slide gate was open. Again, the first way that I was able to tell was that this the slide gate bar was not in the safety flap. So what that means is I'm gonna have to get up under here and close the box. It's a very easy process. All you're gonna do is try to get that safety bar. So we'll push the slide gate until it's inside of those safety flaps. Again, I did that with one hand, and I can see now that it's fully closed.